Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Killer Toon, a Korean horror movie from 2013 that stars Lee Si-young. A popular horror webtoon artist, Kang Ji-yoon, played by Lee Si-young, finds life imitating her own work when her publisher turns up dead in a gruesome way, precisely mirroring the images in her latest comic. After a series of brutal murders inexplicably foreshadow her webtoon, a private detective places her on a list of suspects. Now, the premise of this movie is actually quite interesting, because it's difficult to predict the cause of these bizarre events. Is someone stalking the webcomic artist and killing people in ways that mirror her works? And if so, how are they accomplishing this task in relation to when the comics are being published? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the murder will occur and the comic might still only be privately known to certain people, right? So is it one of them? Like, what's going on here? Is there perhaps an otherworldly explanation at place? There's a lot of stuff on the table, and you'll have to watch the film to find out, but it gets some mileage out of how it sets up this mystery. I enjoyed attempting to figure it out because it's a bit different from a typical mystery. Typically, you see a lot of Asian horror ghost films with like the ghost mystery type stuff. And the first half of this film specifically is quite different from that. The ultimate explanation at the end is nuanced enough to be slightly unpredictable. I didn't nail it when I was attempting to predict it in my head during my first viewing. The funny thing is, the script of this movie, it feels like an old-school horror story that could appear in something like Creepshow or Tales from the Crypt. I expected the Crypt Keeper to show up for an introduction and a conclusion segment to this. It just kind of has that vibe to it a little bit, even though it does transition to a more conventional thriller at times as well. A few of the plot points are a little bit contrived, a little bit convenient, like the reveal that's shown near the midpoint, but I think the dramatic elements are developed enough, and the ending is a little bit different, like I said, from what I was expecting. This also feels briskly paced, especially for a Korean horror film when some of those can kind of drag out a little bit. This doesn't do that. It's pretty lean, I think. Now, one of the most striking aspects of Killer Toon is the camera work, framing of shots, and presentation style. It's quite stylish, and it's very engaging and fun to watch. Like, the opening credits give you a taste of this, with drawings of macabre events and things like that. And there are numerous comic drawings that are spliced into the film, which you do not see used that often in movies. So all of this works very, very well, and it makes the film more memorable from a visual standpoint because of that uniqueness. Now, the horror suspense sequences are lengthy, and there are a few nice kills in this. They take place in different settings and involve different kinds of phenomena. We get some bloody corpse shots as well, which is always nice to see. The opening set piece is a solid start to the film, and it gives you kind of a template for what these killings are going to be like. So if you enjoy the opening sequence, you'll probably enjoy the rest of the movie. There's a lengthy morgue sequence in a dead body morgue. That's my personal favorite set piece in the film. Now, on the negative side, there are a small handful of jump scares, as well as a few fake-out dream scenes, but not enough to be a significant problem, in my opinion. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Lee Si-young is our lead actress. I'm a big fan of hers, and I'll basically watch her in anything. I haven't really seen much of her recent stuff, though, but I gotta catch up with that. But check out the romantic comedy Couples from 2011 from one of her more purely entertaining flicks. This actress is very good at expressionistic mannerisms and facial, expressions and things like that. And even when it seems like she's about to overact, she sells it. And that's what I like a lot about her. And in this film, she's required to give a lot of highly emotional facial expressions, and I think she's quite good here. One of the reasons why I enjoy the film. And as an added bonus, you'll notice a few of the supporting actors as well. So I think overall, Killer Toon is just a solid, entertaining horror flick that I enjoy revisiting. I've seen this movie, a small handful of times since its original release. So yeah, check this one out. It's pretty cool. Currently streaming on YouTube, and Tubi. And as always, folks, I'll see you next time.